The most powerful leaders in history. Lessons learned. Welcome back. Throughout history, humanity has been shaped by the decisions of a few. These individuals, warriors, thinkers, reformers, and rulers, carried the power to build empires, change ideologies, and influence generations. But what made them great? Was it their vision, their charisma, or simply the circumstances they were born into? Today, we explore the most powerful leaders in history, and, more importantly, the lessons their lives still teach us. Alexander the Great rose to power at just 20 years old. Within a decade, he had conquered most of the known world. His leadership wasn't just about war. He built cities, encouraged cultural exchange, and spread Greek ideas across continents. Alexander taught us that bold vision and swift execution could redefine the world. But he also left a fractured empire behind, proof that sustainability is as important as ambition. Genghis Khan, feared and revered, united the Mongol tribes and forged the largest contiguous empire in history. His methods were ruthless, yet strategic. He promoted meritocracy, encouraged trade, and established a communication network far ahead of its time. His reign reminds us that innovation and organization can turn even the most unlikely candidate into a world changer. Julius Caesar mastered both battlefield and Senate. His leadership marked the end of the Roman Republic and the rise of the Roman Empire. Caesar knew how to win loyalty, influence public opinion, and seize opportunity. His downfall, underestimating the consequences of centralized power. His story is a timeless lesson in ambition, loyalty, and the delicate balance between authority and fear. Fast forward to Napoleon Bonaparte, brilliant, decisive, and polarizing. He brought order to a chaotic post-revolution France, introduced reforms, and inspired loyalty. But his hunger for dominance eventually led to his downfall. Like many before and after him, Napoleon teaches us that unchecked ambition often leads to collapse, no matter how strong the foundation. Contrast that with Mahatma Gandhi, who never held formal political office, never commanded an army, and never fired a weapon, yet led India to independence through nonviolence. Gandhi's leadership lay in moral authority. He mobilized millions through empathy, discipline, and unwavering principle. His life is a reminder that leadership isn't always loud. Sometimes it's silent strength that moves the world. Queen Elizabeth ruled during a time of religious tension, foreign threats, and political intrigue. Yet her reign became a golden age of art, exploration, and national pride. Her charisma, intellect, and adaptability kept her in power for 45 years. Elizabeth's story tells us that resilience, image, and diplomacy are key to long-lasting leadership. In more recent times, Martin Luther King Jr. brought together courage, oratory, and conviction in the fight for civil rights. His leadership wasn't about control, it was about inspiration. King's legacy proves that change begins with vision, but is sustained through action, community, and faith in justice. As we analyze these figures, one truth emerges. Leadership is rarely simple. The most powerful leaders have been visionaries and tyrants, unifiers and conquerors. Their methods differ, but their influence is undeniable. Some used violence, others used compassion, but all changed the world. So, how do these historical lessons apply to the modern world? Take a look at today's leaders. Tech innovators, political reformers, and social advocates. Leaders like Nelson Mandela, Angela Merkel, Elon Musk, and Malala Yousafzai continue to show us that leadership evolves. It's no longer just about authority. It's about influence, adaptation, and the ability to lead in uncertain, often globalized environments. Modern leadership demands emotional intelligence, cultural sensitivity, and the ability to communicate across borders. In the age of social media, transparency and authenticity are often more valuable than sheer authority. The world is faster, more connected, and more fragile. That means the decisions leaders make today echo louder than ever. Adaptability is now a critical trait. From navigating pandemics to responding to climate change, leaders must operate in constant flux. Innovation, once a luxury, is now a necessity. Visionary leadership means being willing to take risks, but doing so responsibly. What can we, as individuals, learn from these legendary leaders? First, great leaders communicate clearly. They articulate a vision that others can rally around. Whether it's Gandhi's call for peace or Churchill's wartime speeches, words have always mattered. Second, they know when to listen. Real leadership isn't about giving orders. It's about understanding people, building trust, and making tough choices with empathy. Third, they delegate. They build teams, empower others, and know that success comes from collective effort, not just individual brilliance. Fourth, they remain lifelong learners. From studying battlefield tactics to embracing new technology, leaders never stop growing. And lastly, they act with courage, even when it's unpopular, risky, or uncertain. Because leadership, at its core, is about responsibility. It's about stepping forward when others hesitate. The legacy of history. Yes, most powerful leaders is more than just the empires they built or the speeches they gave. It's the enduring principles of leadership they demonstrated, principles that still apply in our boardrooms, classrooms, and communities today. So, what kind of leader do you want to be? You don't need a crown or an army. You need clarity of purpose, empathy in action, and the courage to make a difference. Whether you're guiding a team, supporting a cause, or simply trying to be better in your everyday life, leadership is within your reach. History has already shown us what works and what fails. It's up to us to carry forward the lessons, not just as admirers of greatness, but as future leaders ourselves. Because true leadership isn't just about what you achieve. It's about what you inspire in others. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay intrigued.